How many of you remember watching English movies in school? As soon as it was announced that we are going to watch an English movie, there was an explosion of positive energy in the classroom. All the students, they grinned, they giggled, and they smiled ear to ear because they knew it was going to be a relief from boring English lectures. No grammar rules, no vocabulary cramming, no tests, no assignments, and no practice. Yes! We are going to watch a movie! Yay! Movie days were the happiest days at school. So we were supposed to line up and move towards the concert hall, because the concert hall was big enough to accommodate almost all the sections together. So we were supposed to sit and settle down. The teacher walked over and inserted the movie tape in the VCR. By the way, in those days we used to watch movies on the VCR. So she inserted the tape in the VCR and she turned off the lights. Whereas the teacher was concerned, she sat down, opened a book to read, because the entire 3 periods she had all the time in the world to sit, relax and read. So the movie began. I could remember one of the movies. It was Man Who Saw Tomorrow. It was about a man who made some predictions about mankind. As the movie started, now the movie was obviously in English. So apparently every person in the movie was speaking in English. But I barely understood anything, although I tried my level best to understand what was going on. Following the images, following the pictures, the scenes, I tried my best to understand each and everything in the movie. So I was really excited to watch the movie, and that excitement lasted for 10 to 20 minutes. After which, my energy level went down. My shoulders slouched. I leaned back on the chair, trying to watch the movie with heavy eyes. I tried to look around, finding most of my classmates putting their heads on the desk, relaxing or sleeping, but definitely not watching the movie. Few of them were bored, they seemed tired, trying to watch the movie just blankly, not trying to understand anything, not being able to understand anything. Even I tried to do the same for another hour. But finally, I was feeling my eyes heavy, and feeling half awake, half asleep. I somewhere lost interest in the movie. Whereas other children sitting around me, they started whispering to each other. Hardly anyone noticed, and almost no one paid attention. The bell rang, the teacher got up, stopped reading. She turned on the lights, stopped the movie, and we were asked to line up and be dragged towards our classroom. It was an hour lost. It was an hour wasted. Yes, it was an hour where we relaxed, we had nothing to do. But was it useful? How was it useful? Did it help? Did it help in learning English? Whereas I was concerned, I barely understood anything in the movie. I didn't learn any English, almost zero. Making children learn English, or even hoping children learn English by watching an English movie, is a waste of time. Why is it that Till this day, teachers around the world, they are using the same traditional ways of teaching English. Unless you are an advanced speaker and you understand what is going on in the movie, using an English movie to teach English or to learn English, especially English speaking, is a waste of time. So if you are an advanced speaker and you can understand everything which is going on in the movie or the TV show or the web series, good, congratulations. But if you are a beginner and you think that by just watching an English movie, you will improve your English speaking skills, I'm sorry, you are mistaken. So you will say, Surabhi, what do you want to say? That movies are useless? Watching TV shows is useless? No, I'm definitely not saying that. Because English movies, English TV shows, English web series are a more powerful and much better tool to learn English, even better than textbooks. Why? Why is it so? Because when you use movies to learn English, you are using real English. By real English, I mean the English which is spoken in the real world, in day-to-day conversations by the people who speak English in their day-to-day lives. The phrases, the idioms, the slangs, the words they use are actually used in their daily lives. So you learn much more. And yes, it is very important that you understand. Because if you are not understanding, you are not studying. So the benefits of using English movies for learning English are manifold. But today, what am I going to talk about? Today, I am going to talk about the use of English movies in building your vocabulary. Hi, I am Surabhi Jain, the founder of Fearless Communicators Tribe. My mission is to help 100,000 people around the world to grow and get recognition in their career, in their personal life and professional life by enhancing their English speaking skills. Many a times my students tell me, ma'am, I have a big vocabulary bank. They have long lists of vocabulary words exceeding maybe 3,000, 4,000 or even above. But the major complaint is that I'm not able to remember and I'm not able to recall those words when it comes to writing or speaking. So today I'm going to tell you how to use movies, to learn English without wasting your time. I'm going to share my technique, movie technique, which I share in my Fearless Communication program. So it's a very simple 3-day process. 3-day process, you will come to know how. So let us start with day 1. Now day 1 is the simplest, it's the easiest, most relaxing, most entertaining, but the time involved is more than the next 2 days. How? On day 1, you just have to choose a movie. You just have to select a movie you want to watch and you just need to play it on. Yes, you heard it right. You just need to watch the entire movie. Now, how are you going to watch it? You're going to watch it with subtitles on. With subtitles, I mean, they can be in English if you're comfortable, if you are able to understand the movie along with English subtitles, well and good. If not, you can use the subtitles in your native language. You can even lower down the speed. But the major thing which is required is try to understand the movie as much as possible. Now for this, I want you to watch the movie alone. Because if you're watching the movie with your spouse, your children, or your friends, they might not be comfortable by these things, lowering down the speed, watching the movies with your native language subtitles. So watch the movie alone. Have some me time. Watch the movie alone. Try to comprehend, try to grab as much as you can. And this is all. That is all what you have to do on day one. So on day one, you are spending around 1.5 to 2 hours to watch the movie, the entire movie. So next, day 2. What do we do today? We watch the movie again? No. You're just going to select a scene. Maybe the first scene or maybe any of your favorite scenes. Select a scene, not more than 2 to 3 minutes. So either select the whole scene or select a part, 2 to 3 minutes only. Now you're going to watch only this part today. Only this part. Today, I would recommend to use English subtitles. Now watch this scene with English subtitles, trying to understand the scene. You can read along as you're watching or listening. You can do the reading as well. Now what you got to do as the next step? The next step is write down the words and phrases which are new to you. You heard it right. Step number 2 is write down the words and phrases or idioms or phrasal verbs, anything which are new to you, which you have not come across earlier. Write them down in your vocabulary bank. Now when you have written down, find out the meanings. Find out the meanings of those words, those phrases in your paper dictionary, or you can refer to the web dictionary. Write down the meanings. But again, the warning is don't write down the translation of those words in your native language. Never. You should never write down the translation of the words in your native language. Why? Because if you write down the translation again, when you're speaking, you will first think of that word in your native language and then you will translate it into English and then you're going to speak. So it slows down your speech, right? So just write down the words and their meanings. Now coming to step number 3. So we have got the words, we have got the meanings. Let's move to the next scene or watch the rest of the movie. No. You are again in step number 3, you are going to rewind the scene from the beginning. Watch the scene with those subtitles on. Now what will happen? You will notice those vocabulary words and phrases more this time because you have written them. You will notice them more. You may not be able to comprehend each and every word which you have written because you have just written. You are not going to memorize. No learning, no memorizing at all. As you notice those words, there might be few words which you are not able to understand till now, right? So what are you going to do? Pause the video as soon as the scene ends. As soon as 3 minutes are over, pause the video. The next step, review your vocabulary. Review whatever you have written quickly. Just a quick glance is required. Don't memorize word by word. Don't try to make it by heart. Just a quick glance is okay. Okay? Now, again, rewind the scene and try to watch the scene with subtitles this time. Again with subtitles, English subtitles, not your native language, English subtitles only. Now this time you will notice that you are able to understand and comprehend more words than earlier. The actors are speaking those words, and you're able to understand those words and phrases. You're able to comprehend them. So what next? Now pause and again review your vocabulary list. Not trying to memorize anything, just a quick glance this time again. Again, play your scene. You will be able to maybe understand everything this time. So just repeat this step 4, 5, 6 as many times as you can. This entire exercise of day 2 is just going to take around 25 to 30 minutes. That is all. That is what I told you in the beginning, that day 1 is relaxed, it's entertaining, but the time requirement is more than the other 2 days. Now day 2, the time is less, but you need to work. You need to work a lot. Day 3. So are we going to move on to the next scene today or watch the rest of the movie? No, we are not going to move to the next scene. We will hold on to the same scene, but this time without subtitles. We will not use any subtitles, not in English, not in your native language. We will watch the entire scene without subtitles. Now as you play on, you will be able to listen to those words and you will be able to point out those words and phrases which you have noted down. And this time, maybe you understand almost all of them. Or maybe you are not able to comprehend 1 or 2. So after watching the scene, just pause. Pause the scene. Quickly review your vocabulary list. And as you go through it, you might find some words and phrases which you were not able to remember, which you were not able to recall when you were listening, when you were watching the scene. So it's completely normal. It's completely normal. Relax. You don't need to panic. Don't need to memorize. Don't need to by heart all those things. After reviewing your vocabulary list, play the scene again. And this time, you will almost remember everything. I guarantee you will not miss any word, any phrase. And not only that, you will be able to follow the speed of the speaker too. So that's it. This is how we practice vocabulary building using English speaking. So day 3 is only this? No. You have to repeat these 3 steps of day 3. First, playing the video, listening without subtitles. Second step, reviewing your vocabulary list. Third step, again playing the video and listening to the actors, following their words, vocabulary and speed. You have to repeat this 3 steps at least 7 to 8 times. Again and again. Pause and play, review the vocabulary list, pause and play again. Now this is not going to take more than 15 to 20 minutes, trust me. So that is all. Now when you listen to English, where these kind of words are used, or when you speak, where this kind of vocabulary is required, you will speak those words automatically, subconsciously. And we have not crammed, we have not learned anything. So this is how you learn English effortlessly, automatically, and you speak fearlessly. So if you find this video useful, do join my VIP Facebook group, Fearless Communicators Tribe. Fearless Communicators Tribe. You are most welcome to join my Turbo English Mastery program, where I would love to teach you how to speak English fearlessly. Till then, this is Surabhi Jain saying goodbye till we meet again.